I've been calling around the league, talking to people to see what they're hearing about this. I have not heard that they would pass on Lonzo Ball. I'm being told they do really like him. There are some people I've heard there that aren't that high on him, but I'm being told that they do really like him. I think, so a lot of people around the league think this is a smokescreen. This also could be, look, let's not make it look like we're just going to do what Lavar Ball wants, like he's controlling this whole situation. They do like Josh Jackson, from what I hear. So De'Aaron Fox is really moving up on a lot of people's boards. And look, I'm one that believes Lonzo can be a transcendent type player, like a Jason Kidd. But I am not fully convinced. I think it is a possibility that he's just a pretty good player, a mediocre. What people around the league are saying, that some of the concerns, when he goes right, you know he's got to go all the way to the rim because he can't pull up with his form and get a mid-range shot going right. And even going left, it can be a challenge.
Right.
Although Lavar says he's working hard on that. So
yeah, I mean, he's going to have to probably change his form, at least on the mid-range shot. Defensively, that's a concern too, but a lot of point guards don't play great defense.
Not against these point guards today.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I still think that they would take him, but
who has final say? Is it Magic?
I think it's Magic.
Yeah, it'll be Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and he's a Magic. I mean, not that he's as good as Magic, but he's that. To see Magic pass on this type of point guard would be that's hard to fathom.
But I agree with you, because I'm not really sure what to believe. Maybe they're saying, well, we're not that high on him, hoping that the Celtics takes Markelle Fultz, and then there's Lonzo Ball. You heard the Coangelos say something like this in Philly, say that, I don't have a problem with Lonzo, but the people around Lonzo. Let's see, he has a brother that's going to UCLA. He has a brother that's going to be a junior. His mom and dad, his mom is dealing with health issues. So we get where this is kind of going. We've heard some other execs, even in Nike. I think George Raveling said that Lonzo Ball should get a free pass into heaven for having Lavar as his father.
He's the worst thing to happen to basketball in 100 years.
I was thinking about the betting scandal that rocked in Tulane, and they had another one in college.
Donaghy.
I think there are other things that's worse than Lavar, but I think he's built up a lot of people are starting to resent him, and they kind of looking down on Lonzo Ball. Skip, we've heard this before, because guess what we heard today? Just like a month ago. Cleveland, well, we're not 100% on Myles Garrett. They're split. Myles Garrett or Trubisky. Myles Garrett, who did they take, Skip? The guy that had been, everybody said was projected to be number one the whole time.
Well, they took the wrong guy, but that's okay. That's what they were going to do all along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe, Skip, this is all, and I agree with you, Chris, maybe this is all smoke screen. We won't know until draft night, but it would be hard for me to believe that they would pass up on a hometown kid that's right there, that's going to fall into their lap.
If Magic Johnson passes up on Lonzo Ball, it will be the biggest mistake Magic Johnson has ever made in his basketball life, and he will not pass up on Lonzo Ball. It's made for the Lakers. Lonzo's made, it's made for Magic Johnson. This kid is gifted. He's got the passing gift, and you can't teach it or coach it or modify it. It's there or it's not. I think he's transcendent. You're not sure about.
I'm not. Okay. Chris and I in the same camp. And I think he's very good.
The only reason I defend Lavar Ball on this point is, if you ask anybody who knows the UCLA program, or ask Lavar or ask Lonzo, how much impact did Lavar have? How much input did he have on Steve Alford's staff in UCLA? None. Right. Lavar will tell you, I just stayed out of it, man. I just went and sat in my seat and watched my kid play basketball. And he laughs, Lavar does, you've asked him this, he laughs at the notion that he's going to try to have input into the Lakers organization. He's going to defend his kid. He's going to say his kid's greater than this and greater than that. You know how he is.
But Skip, he sat right there and told you, I'm not going nowhere. I live in California. Lonzo going where Lonzo go. I'll be home.
And Magic, I know Magic pretty well. He is not going to be intimidated or worried about Lavar Ball or anybody else. That's just no way that's Magic.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? When John Elway refused to go to the Baltimore Colts, you think he made that move by himself, or did his father have some input?
Father was coach.
When Eli Manning says, I'm not playing for the Chargers, do you think that was all Eli, Or did Archie have anything to do with that?
Archie was a pretty good player in and of his own right.
So
he had a lot to
So
do
their dads was very influential in their careers.
but not public about it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the behind the scenes.
It's interesting. I mean, unless I've missed it, Lavar has seemed to gone a little bit
Maybe
underground
quieter. Yeah.
recently. I mean, for him,
Yeah.
it's been quiet for a week or two.
And
You
then
know, so.
the reports about Nike had a $20 million contract on the table and $10 million. You know, I know at some point in time, if Lonzo feels his dad is costing him money, I'm gonna think that he's gonna probably go to his dad and ask him to take it down a notch, Skip.
Maybe. You could be right. But I like your thought about smokescreen because to me, if I'm Danny Ainge, I'm taking Lonzo Ball. I'm sorry, in Boston, I'm just doing it. I don't care about Isaiah Thomas. He's just too good to pass up. He's going to be better at what he does than Markelle Fultz is at what he does. And he looks like a really gifted kid. I haven't seen enough of him. But maybe they're smokescreen like, we're losing interest here, you know, blah, 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 just to make sure that Boston doesn't take him.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I would tell Magic, I say, Magic, this is just a smoke screen, but I have a picture of me on a cast. If I'm Lonzo Ball, I got a cast on all the way up to my thigh. Go ahead and take me, Boston.
Does Lonzo wear socks with his shoes?
Nah, Lonzo from California. You know them California kids don't wear no socks. They don't even wear shoes out here.
Dress shoes?
They have such nice socks these days.
Yeah, they do.
Very elaborate colors,
Hold up.
designs. And stuff.
Only grandfathers wear socks and belts.
You don't wear a belt?
No, I don't wear belts.
I never have heard that.
What?
Only grandfathers
Never
wear
have
socks.
heard
Grandfathers,
that.
great grandfathers wear suspenders.
What?
Why would
Now,
only grandfathers
suspenders used
wear?
to be fresh.
They used to
And
be.
they'll be coming back in soon
Well,
enough.
Not for me.